If y'all want extra chairs, though, we could figure out a way to get some more.
Nah, we don't need this.
You sure?
This is something, if you're watching right now, that looks completely different than what you're used to seeing from the Danza project.
Yeah.
But this is something that we had to make sure that we made happen, because since 2022, when I first started seeing you go crazy with the content, I heard the sound, which was unique. I saw what you were doing with it from a business sense, which was unique. And I was like, this dude, we have to get up there. So I started DMing like crazy.
Yeah.
Shoot those DMs out. Press like. Send a comment in there saying, yo, check your DM. You know? and you responded. And ever since then, I knew that one day it would happen. And it just so happens that today is the day that we were finally able to make it happen.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Dancer project.
You know what's hella dope? That process, like, I was able to become a fan of y'all platform throughout these past few, and when I went back in my messages, I was like, oh shit, even better now, you know, because it was like, wow, I was already gonna come y'all way, like, nigga, we need to get up, and you was already tapped in, we need to get up, so it's just like perfect synergy, alignment.
Okay, how you feeling today?
I'm a little tired, right? Flying from the east, I'm on 2 hours of sleep. So
And you worked today. And we had a work day. They was on set today. Yeah.
It's different.
I love it.
Listen, that was beautiful in itself. So earlier today, we were able to go out with you while you were doing visualizers for the music. It looks like just straight up music videos. You brought the kids out.
Yeah.
You take really good care of your community. You got the people sitting in the background, the mothers. And I overheard a comment of Miss Butter, right? Butter Smooth, whatever the name was, right?
Black Butter.
Black
She
Butter.
said, make sure y'all look out for me. I'm finna follow y'all. My name is Black Butter. Baby, I'm gonna watch out for it.
The comment I heard in the background was, baby, pay attention to him. He's gonna be bigger than Pac.
Ooh.
No LOL.
Wow.
And I sat there, I listened to it, I'm like, that's a bold statement, right? Tupac is, you know, West Coast royalty.
Yeah.
And what you do for the community, the way you're able to reach people through content, through social media, just the positivity behind your craft. It makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
What you're doing is incredible. There's nobody to compare you to.
And I think that's why when people make the pop comparison, they don't never mean directly. They're just going like as high as when's the last time they felt that feeling. You know, like that's one of the last times that we all felt that feeling of like, this is something so special and authentic, and you get what I get and understand, you know, like a lot of the OGs and the older people make that, you know, correlation because that was the last person they felt like that about.
Somebody to get behind.
What was that?
Somebody to get behind.
Yeah.
You know?
What we like to do with our podcast is we like to introduce the viewers to you as if they never heard who you were.
Yeah.
Right, so take us all the way back.
This nigga.
Right, all the way back of what it was like in the household coming up and how you got into music.
You know what's hella funny? We do interviews, right? We do hundreds of them. And every time T got to brief people, and I'm like, tell them the questions. We ain't answering the same question we answer. I need to, but I fuck with y'all so much, I'm gonna give y'all the answer.
Yeah.
Please don't be like, what age did you start rapping? When you like, nigga, I didn't answer that shit 1,000 times. I answered that shit so many times, now I just start lying. Probably like 11 or 12 or so, my best friend's dad had a studio. Went to their crib, and you know, studio back then is like, really, we just in the crib with a mic, you know, but he taught me how to like enunciate and how you spit, and just being able to like leave somewhere and have my songs on a burn CD at that time, nigga, I thought I was up, you know, and I just kind of kept growing. I was always working on it in the background. High school came, I started putting out like mixtapes and shit, and I ended up battling. One of my best friends at the time had better nigga at the school. He was like, man, my nigga smoke you in the battle. I've never battled raps. You know, he was just talking confidently about his nigga, right? And we ended up going, and it just went, and the whole school seen that shit. Video started. It was like viral back then for what we thought was viral. You know, 1,000 views back then was like, nigga, you feel me? And I just kind of kept going from there. And after high school, my senior year, I had a child. So I kind of stopped releasing music publicly, but I was always working on it. Man, you get to really meet them as a human, and it changes your perspective of everything. Like, me and my mama now have conversations that we never got to have when I was a child because of the hierarchy and how it was communicated. Now it's like, nigga, I know you a nigga, and you know, so let's build on that. And it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing that you get to do.
It really is like a coming of age type of thing, man. It's kind of weird. It was funny, I was joking with him, we on set, and I'm here, I'm on the block, and it's a rap video being shot, and I get a call, I'm like, oh, my mom. Hi, Mom. Oh, by the way, I'm in Cali in the late house. On the set on the board. What's going on, Mom? Everything okay? I'm all toothed up, like, but you know, the conversation is different. And it's also important for me to have her respect me as an adult. And understand where my mind is at, who I have become, and the person that you raised. Not just I'm the mother, you're the son, or I'm the, you know.
There's an age where the roles have to die. Like those roles can't be existent no more because they stifle the relationship. Like me and my mom has had a role throughout our journey so much. It's like you'll love somebody your whole life and you don't even hug them. Like we had a conversation the other day and I had to ask her, I was like, man, I know y'all loved us, but did y'all not fuck with us? Like y'all didn't want to hug. Like when I see my daughter, my instant reaction is to hug and kiss her. Every time I just can't not. But we never got that. And it was like, it made me think like, damn, when I see my kid, this is how I feel. Why didn't you feel that way? What happened? You know, and it was just like unwinding all of that. You get information that's like, damn, like you just, man, every generation is passing down what they knew and what they experienced. Exactly. And until somebody get to a point where they're willing to break that and change what that looks like, man.
Yeah. It's just tougher, right? Like, you know, I told my ex always had this huge grudge with her dad about him slapping her over something, you know, which when she told me what he slapped her for, I was like, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? And crazy. And when I think about it, it's like, you know, that's the love they received. I was able to accept my father after like I wasn't really fucking with my pops for a lot of part of my life because he always like, oh, you guys are stupid just like your mom. Your mom's a whore and shit like that. He used to always his mouth was like that. And I promise never to do that to my kids. No matter how much my ex and I might not get along, I'm never gonna talk to them before they about their mom. But I was finally able to accept my dad when I realized like, he never knew love. You know what I mean? He literally never knew it. So for him, he thought love was, I got you guys your video games, I got you some Christmas presents, I put you. That's his version of love. Right. When I found out that that's how his dad treated him, like when they were young, then I'll go do something with your life, you know what I mean? They're in the Dominican Republic. And so when I finally came to grips with that, that's when I understood my dad, to get a hug from him, I still wouldn't get I could go to my dad right now and ask him for a hug. He's like, Michael, you watch the baseball game? Right? I mean? Like, kill them niggas. Yeah. Wise motherfucker. Come on, man. Yeah. I'm gonna go in this other room and get to work too. Let me know when y'all done and rapping. Yeah. Love, man.